20 laps. First across the line wins. And it's the league leader, Mark Stewart, who won this race in impressive fashion ahead of Sebastian Mora last week. Ready to take the gun. Stewart down in second place already. Interesting to see, rather like we had in the women's race, whether we have any early moves.
Yeah, well, I think Mark Stewart just enjoyed the bike race last week. He got stuck in, he went on that attack, he ended up being away with Mora, who's of course the home crowd favourite, and then just about gained that lap before the finish of the race. And I think he was quite surprised for himself to take that leader's jersey, but I think that was one of my favourite victories of the night. I was super impressed with that, but that's a very hard move to repeat once the field is wise to what you can do.
Scarpezzini of Italy. Now we've got Claudio Imhoff, the very strong time trialist from Switzerland. Doesn't quite decide to go for it though. Now we've got a move from one of the Italians. Looks like it might be Donegà this time. Two Italian riders in this year's Champions League. Imhoff has gone with them. And also involved one of the British riders. 3 British riders involved. Hollywood hitting the front now. Imhoff with him. And just to confirm, it is the number 71, Matteo Donegà, the second, pardon me, of the 2 Italian riders. Now, Mark Stewart doesn't want to let this get out of hand too much, but he's not going to do all the work on his own, is he?
No, he's not. He needs to try and get the rest of the bunch to chase as well. So it's important that the race leader sort of does a bit of work on the front, sort of commits to the chase, but you don't want to fully commit to it all by yourself. So you want to do a decent turn before you swing up. The front 3 have been working fairly well together. Ollie Wood, they're looking very strong. He, of course, won his first world title back in October in the team pursuit. It's part of the Great Britain team there, so no surprise that he's got good legs this evening.
Well, here is Claudio Imhoff. And there's a big hesitation now in the bunch behind. Wow. Huge bit of hesitation. The cheer you can hear is because away from your picture, it's the German Malschachik. He's trying to burst out on his own and join the lap take. Because it looks as though this trio has a real opportunity to take a lap as we get in towards halfway. But the fact that Malschachik has attacked has got things going behind. We've got racing all over the track here.
Well, you have 3 different groups on the track at the moment. So our lead 3 are trying to gain this lap. They've got about a third of a lap to go, so they're doing really well. There was a hesitation from the front journey, which really helped them out. But like you say, a move from the German rider has really mixed things up.
He, of course, at the minute is racing to try and get in the mix to win this race at the end of it. As it stands, it will be these 3, if they were to finish the lap take, who would fight it out for the win. Ollie Wood there at 194 ppm. You can hear the race announcer in the centre of the track getting the German crowd to try and cheer on Malschachik. They're being made to work to take this lap, though. There's about a quarter of the track distance left to cover for the trio, who are going to give it a real opportunity. Now then, one bit more hesitation and they'll be on at the back. It's Claudio Imhoff who's looked strongest coming across here. Ollie Wood is going to join them. 3 riders take a lap. 3 riders take a lap. Ollie Wood, Claudio Imhoff, Matteo Donegà. As it stands, over halfway through now, 7 laps to go. They will be racing for the victory. But now we see movement at the front. It's Stewart who moves. Malschachik is behind this main group. And he's starting to lose a little bit of ground now, Joanna.
Yeah, it's really hard for him. He's out there on his own. He's got about a third of a lap to try and catch this bunch, who are now sort of winding up for the sprint. They've got 6 laps to go, so they're thinking about that sprint for essentially 4th place. He's still trying to gain that lap.
It could be for 5th place unless this man gets on. Let's see. I think it may well be for 5th place anyway, because he is going to get across here, Malschachik. He needs one big last effort. Hence the cheer. You can see it now on the picture. He will make that effort as that little bit more hesitation as we move into the last kilometre. Malschachik is on. He's the 4th rider to take a lap. So we are looking for the rider who finishes the closest to the front from Ollie Wood, Great Britain, Matteo Donegà, Italy in the blue, Claudio Imhoff in the red of Switzerland, and the German rider we've seen as we have a huge crash over on turn 2. A big crash in the corner, at least 4 riders down. Racing goes on away from the picture at the moment, and it's Sebastian Mora who's made the move. Chaos here with 4 riders down. This is Mora, who's out looking for 5th place if he can get it. Couple of riders, couple of laps, pardon me, still to go now. Mora at the front of the race. Ollie Wood is there as well, looking to try and make sure he wins the race. It's a complicated one for us to try and pick the bones out of here. But it's Martorey who's trying to chase it down now. The bell is going to ring. The 2 Spaniards. Here goes Mora. In fact, it's Efting of Netherlands who's out there as well. Let's see. And it looks as though it's going to be a Dutch 5th place, I think. Here comes that sprint for 5th place. And I think in the end, it's Roy Efting who takes 5th place. In the end, looking down at the bunch, who's taken the win? We knew that Imhoff was there. We knew that Wood was there. And I think it might be Ollie Wood. Let's see. Camera certainly focusing on him. Donegal was up there close to him on the track. Well, that was a chaotic crash, not helped by that nasty crash in the far side, Joe.
Yeah, chaotic's definitely the word for it. So we've said about the scratch race being the simplest event on the track, but no, we've made it more complicated this evening with all that. So 4 riders gained a lap. Ollie Wood we're seeing on the screen now for Great Britain. I believe he is our winner. So he was one of those original 3 that gained the lap. So being a lap up, they were a lap up on everybody else in the field, so he will take the win.
We'll wait to get the classified results for you. Of course, our focus here on Ollie Wood suggests that he is the man who's taken victory. You saw Roy Efting moving around. He's the man who took 5th place, winning the sprint from the bunch there. And just watch Ollie Wood looking around. Donegal is on his wheel. No Imhoff involved. I think he was one of the riders who went down in the crash, unfortunately. And I think that Ollie Wood is the winner of tonight's scratch race.